Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on, world?
Chilling, chilling, Mark. What it is?
Uh, like a dragon.
All
I
day, every day.
so I picked it up early. Shout outs to Video Games New York. They got it last Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
which was about 10 days ahead of its release date. And I remember just like checking up, and I was like, "Yo, I think shout outs to Lil Steven. He sent me it. He was like, "Yo, they might have it today." So I gave him a call. And the dude said, "Yo, I got one. I'll hold it for you." Ran over there, got it. So I've been playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth 10 days before it comes out Friday. And man, I'm loving the game. It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of silliness. Stories is getting intrigued. If you play Gaiden, it's a good way to follow up because it kind of continues off of Gaiden and what Kiryu is doing. But Ichiban and how he got to Hawaii is pretty hilarious, and just how that story went, it was actually pretty crazy. If you like the first one, you will like this one. The gameplay is very similar to each other, but they add little elements like Kiryu could go through his three forms. And honestly, like you could change his job and stuff, but his main thing as the dragon, the dogma dragon, shit like that. That's his best version because you have a lot of options with the fight styles and shit. But I still haven't even got to the part where I get any of the jobs. I'm still not even close to that yet. I just been fucking running around the city, collecting money, collecting stuff, fighting people, doing the little side missions, doing being friend. So they have like a Facebook thing that you have to build friendships with people. You just wave at them and they hype up. Or if you see a dog on the street, you could just give him dog food and he's your friend now, and he follows you on that Facebook thing. So I have friends
What?
that are cats and dogs and parrots and regular people and stuff like that. So it's fun. It even has like a dating, like a Tinder kind of dating game, and that if you write the right response, this person will like send you a photo, and then all of a sudden it's a big dude with a soda bottle in his hand saying hi to you instead of the lady that sent pictures to you. It's a lot of weird shit like that. They have the photographic game that's like Pokemon Snap, but it's these dudes in underwear just dancing around the city, and then they
It's
just
not
like posing
underwear.
everywhere.
It's
Yeah,
not. It's not underwear. It's athletic. It's athletic wear. It's
yes,
speedo.
yes, a speedo, and they're all around the city. You gotta take pictures of them and shit like that. That's really silly. I was playing around with the camera, which I sent you a bunch of pictures from it. Um, there's some random ass villains. Like there was one dude that was a brolic dude with a hentai mask on or anime mask on, wherever it is. I don't know, but he had a weird mask on. Um, and there's just like random shit. But the city is gigantic. Like I'm glad they added the Segway to it because it makes a little simpler driving around. But the only thing is, it costs money to recharge it. So that's the bad thing about it. But other than that, like once you get to a hang of a point that you're making good money easy, it's nothing. Um, but yeah, you build the character like the same way. You gotta be getting items and things like that to build them stronger. But yeah, it's such a good game. I'm very happy with it right now. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
I, so I can't ask you which one is your favorite class so far because you said you didn't get to them yet.
No, I haven't got to
That
them
was
yet.
one of the things that from the promotions and
Yeah.
from the ads is like the most prominent thing that they keep showing. They call it "get a job," and then they show this job, that job.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week you'll get to play and have one of
So
those jobs.
before I got the game, I did the demo on Gaiden, and I did the Surfer and the Samurai.
Oh, okay.
And I think I did talk about it last week. So like the
Mm-hmm.
Surfer has he has like a big surfboard he uses as a weapon, and then he has some weird like finishing moves with that. I didn't get it built up that strong, so I don't have like all the options that you could do. But the Surfer, he has like a like surfer suit on, a tank on his back, and the big surfboard. And then the Samurai is a samurai. He looks like the samurai from Ghost of Tsushima a little bit. He has the mask on and shit like that. They have a lot of sword combos and stuff, and some like shuriken throws and things like that. You could actually get all of them as a ninja and the surfer, or all the guys, and then the girl had a hula dancer. So the one girl that you have, she's a her main story is that she's a dancer. She does ballet and stuff like that. So that's her moveset. But then she has a hula dancer that she has like the hula girl outfit and stuff like that, and she has like fire blades and things like that. So those are some of the samples of the jobs they did on the demo. I haven't got there yet. I think I'm getting the girl now. Like I'm close to like adding her to the game, but other than that, I haven't got that. I haven't got that fully far yet.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Are there any are there any new characters that have been introduced to like join you in your team early
Yes,
on,
so,
or
so
no?
the so if you did the demo, you got to play as the two characters in the beginning. So you got the cab driver, I forgot his name, and then you have the girl that's the ballet dancer. Those are the first two people that you meet, and but the guy, the cab driver is like in the beginning of the game. That's like your first partner before you even see Kiru. And then Kiru joins the party, and then you're Kiru and him. He has like he's a cab. His job is a cab driver, so he has like a the four thing pong I think the wheel jack that you unscrew a tire. He has that he throws at your head. He has a big wrench that's his main weapon. He has a move that he throws a big ass tire at you, and he has like electric shock, like a car battery, and he shocks it and he shoots at you.
Hmm.
Shit like that. That's what he does. And then the dancer, I think she had a couple of dance things, and then her special was that she grabs you and does a tango, and then she throws you into a fucking wall and shit.
Okay.
So it's some really cool stuff. I'm still quite. I done. I got I got like 27 hours so far, and I feel like I still didn't do nothing yet. So I just been like building because I know how this game works, and you gotta grind. You gotta build your guys up a little higher than where you're normally gonna be. So like say for instance, in the beginning of the game, your most of your stuff is gonna be level 5. You gotta be at least level 10 before you go to those things.
Okay.
So that's how they got you. There's a lot of like boss ish kind of fights that they have some random villains that have a crown on their head, and those are like the more powerful fights. And those are also when you win those fights, you can actually collect those guys and use them as your Pokemon kind of thing, because they have this whole Pokemon game as well, which is pretty much fucking Pokemon. And you're just capturing people you fight and using them in Pokemon War kind of thing.
That's not the standard story.
No, it's just like side story shit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in the Like a Dragon, the first game, they had the Sujimon, I think it was called, and then pretty much you fight dudes and you put them in a like a Sindri Dex, which is kind of just marks every character you fight in the Encounter Rift and stuff like that. In this game, now you have to collect them, and you have to get Dex to collect them and shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, it's very Pokemon-ish, and then you build them up and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of the Gaiden, the group fights, but with just the turn base of Pokemon.
Okay. Good stuff. Good
That's
stuff.
kind of what it reminds me of. I say 100%. You kind of have to have a feel of Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Gaiden in order to know where the story is. I feel like they do a good job in explaining what happened, but I think you're discrediting it to not go to those games before you touch this one. Just because there's a lot of meat into that story than what what this one tries to explain to you. But they do a good job in trying to recap things. So if you do go straight into this one, you kind of know what's going on. But it's better to actually witness it. I say that's about it.
Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you.
But it's really good. I'm very happy with it right now. Like if I give it a score right now, it's a 9 out of 10 right now.
Hmm.
It's like building it higher, but I think this is probably one of the best Yakuza games they have made. Like it's everything. It has a little bit of everything. It has everything that they did good throughout all the games they had before, and I think
Hmm.
they just put whatever they did great and they just added back onto this game.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I recommend I'm playing in Japanese because those karaoke songs in English are terrible.
Oh, I've seen that. They tried to put that out there like it was sweet. Come
No,
on,
it
man. Why
was
y'all do that?
it bled my ears wanted to bleed.
Why did they do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, but it's a really fun game, a really dope game. I'm kind of glad that I got it early because I've been enjoying it. I'm off Friday, so I'm gonna try to get a good day on it and just like really play. And then I'm off Monday. I'm also gonna do the same. But right again, like I said, I have 27 hours into it, and I feel like I'm not even past the third chapter yet. So,
Mm-hmm.
but again, this is where it comes to. I go to the mini games. I go to the, like that. I'm trying to get better at certain things because there's things you could unlock with certain games and stuff. I did try that arcade. I think it's Cannon Strike.
Okay.
It's like a beat 'em up arcade game. It kind of reminds me of Dynamite Cop a little bit. But you
Okay.
have like a
Okay.
random little kid on your back for some fucking reason.
I was a little kid. All
Yeah,
right.
it's like a random little kid on your back, and he comes out and he tries to fight people and like punches them in the ankles and shit.
It's like two separate characters, or it's one character
It's
that
one
just always
character.
has a little kid pop out.
Yeah. Let me
That's
see if
interesting.
this is the
Never
name
heard of
of
that.
it. Cannon Spike. I think it's a Sega
Because I
game.
know Canon. Because when you say that, that reminds me of the Capcom game.
Yeah, I'm getting the names wrong then.
Because
Cannon
Strike might be the name. Because Spike is the one with Cammy in it.
Strike. Yes, I remember that one. And yeah, that's why I'm thinking I'm getting saying it wrong. Sega.
Also, they need to put that in a collection. Like, what the hell's going on? There's like a million and one obscure small Capcom arcade games that came out like on Dreamcast that they just aren't on anything. And then
Yeah.
there's also Power Stone. Like, what was going on with
Yeah.
that? What's going on?
Where is it? Like a Dragon for Nemo. Sega arcades. Let's see what it is. I'm trying to forget the damn name. Virtua Fighter 3. That's like the group battle one.
Okay, okay. Oh, Spike Out Battle
Spike
Street,
Out.
right?
There you go.
Yeah, I had that. That came out for Xbox. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was in arcades in Japan, and then they put it out on Xbox, and it had online. And I remember I was super hyped for that game,
Yeah.
and because it was a beat 'em up that one of those styles of beat 'em up, and it
Yeah.
supposedly had online. Let me tell you, I think that is one of the games that's had the worst netcode I've ever played in my life. It was terrible.
So
But
good.
I would just say one of the cool things about that game is that it's like one of those combo games where you can just do all types of stuff in the combos.
Yeah.
Because with the one lasting memory I do have is playing online. Some dude pick one of the starting characters, and then I just see him comboing a body down the street, and I'm just like, what is he doing? And he just keeps going, and we're progressing in the stage, and he's still comboing a body down the street. I'm like, this game is bananas. What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah. Like, and then the character I picked, he has like a random baby on his back.
Okay, okay, yeah, it's just a weird, obscure. It's a weird game. It
Yeah,
is.
I did play
It
that.
is.
I played bass fishing a little bit. I played Virtua Fighter 3 a little bit. So those are the
Mm-hmm.
only ones I played so far.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really fun having fun with the game. So yeah, I recommend everyone get this game. It comes out Friday, or unless you can find a spot that's selling it early, they probably have it now.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Did you did you hear about the weird circumstances surrounding Walmart having too many copies of Starfield and them going to digital, and or rather, Walmart having too many copies of Starfield because of the new mandate of them not carrying games?
Yeah.
As in, like, I think Best Buy's already started,
Yeah, they started that already.
and I was like, that's kind of bananas. So now the article, I forgot where it was, it said that if you're lucky, you could get a what do they call it when you void out something? Like you, they said the price of the games are
Penny out.
pennied out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like 3 cents for a box copy of Starfield. Not
Nice.
because it's like oh bad, it's just because of the situation, and I think that's funny. You can't buy it from the store, obviously,
Yeah.
but if you got a homie at Walmart, they said the 25th is the day to go looking. So if you want an Xbox copy of Starfield,
Yeah.
you can get it. I was sad because I was like, oh yeah, wait, that this means nothing. There's no such thing as a PC box copy anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember the last time that there was.
Uh,
It had to have been like 2000,
like
2000, like five, the
2000,
latest.
like 2008.
2008 is the last box PC copy game?
Yeah.
Really?
I remember that expansion of World of Warcraft that had the Kung Fu Panda having a disc.
Okay, okay.
That's the last thing I remember on a PC that
Yeah,
had something like that. And like The Sims.
yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Weird. Just a
Yeah.
weird circumstance. But
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that the major retail chains had started that.
I know Best Buy started, like, they announced that like 2 weeks ago, and they just started doing it.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Uh,
it. This is about to be everybody. After if it's the big box stores to start doing that, it's like the only thing that's gonna carry is mom and pop after that.
yeah. Which, which on their side of things might be a way for them to make some money off of it. You could
Hmm.
still get them off on Amazon. You could probably still get them on Target online and well as well. And Target never said they're taking their stuff out. They eliminated some of it though.
As in like they reduced the space
Yeah,
in
they
the stores
reduced the
and stuff.
space. Yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
that means that little by little they'll probably take it down.
But I wonder if not if it's just how this is gonna how they sell them because and I don't mean the stores. I mean the companies because I wonder when the biggest chains stop, do they see any reason to start selling them in general?
That's a
Like,
weird.
and then does
Yeah,
the next generation, because you know what's gonna happen,
yeah,
the next generation of whatever the consoles are is just like that's it. There's no more disc because they
yeah.
don't even make it anymore.
The crazy thing is when it comes to game wise though, I think physical sells better than movies in that sense. But even that, like I could see it because again, you had the consoles ready to go straight digital.
Yeah.
Like they kind of they had a console that went very strict digital, so they kind of was going in that direction no matter what.
Hmm.
But I feel like just to have archives in general, just to have physical copies in general, I feel like still an important thing just to have because again, look at how Sony was able to do like, hey, we're not gonna sell these games, or we're gonna take these things off the digital market, even if you bought it or not. Shit like that, it's gonna happen, and then that's gonna be a big problem.
I mean, I think the only company that really has any type of leeway in that market is Nintendo because they're the only ones where you don't download a code.
Yeah,
Which games are still on the cartridge?
yeah, no, because you still gotta download it.
You don't have to though.
Yeah, you
That's the
do.
thing. It's not mandatory.
Yeah, you do.
You have to download whatever the day one patch is. But if I bought like I physically have
You don't have to be online to
some
play it.
games.
That's the
No,
big
no, but
difference of
you
it.
don't have to. You don't have to. That first thing, you don't have to. As in, you don't need Nintendo Online. Is what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say.
yeah. You don't need Nintendo Online in order to play anything. That's true. You have the cartridge and stuff like that. Digital, you actually do need online, but
Like
the
you
cartridge,
just walk in the store, pop it in your system.
yeah,
For them, it's an option.
yeah,
What I'm trying to say, it's not mandatory yet.
yeah.
I don't know what the next one will be,
Who knows?
the next system,
But you
but
know what? They've been on cartridge for such a long time. I think they're gonna just keep the
I don't.
same
I
style.
don't. I don't know. I'm curious because they do. Remember, they did go back and forth with discs.
Yeah,
They went back and forth, GameCube,
yeah,
and then they went to Wii and Wii U. Even if that was like not. Wii U you can take off the list, but the Wii is like the most popular, one of the most popular systems ever, and that was a disc system. So I can't ever claim to just be like, I know what they're gonna do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Still, I don't know, but I do find the whole thing interesting.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
And
Um,
also, I know, have they started showing up anywhere, like ads for them physically showing up anywhere for the? Because I believe it was publicly announced. I'm not sure. The slim version of the PS5.
um, I think it was on pre-order. I think the most of the places. I think that's gonna be like the main system for now on.
Okay, okay. As in, like they're discontinuing well, they
Yeah,
should discontinue the other one and make the slim
yeah.
one, which I think I've seen it. It doesn't look that much different.
No, it just has that black line in between it, which I don't like.
Yeah, but like form factor wise, it's
No,
not like a PS2 and a PS2 Slim. Those
nah,
are
it's
like two
slightly
totally
smaller. That's
different
about it.
children.
Yeah, yeah. It's slightly smaller. It's not that small.
Like, so if that's the case, why are they making it?
It
Like,
lost like
but
four pounds.
like, why would, damn it, it weighs 20?
It weighed 15. Now it weighs like 10, 10 and a half.
I guess. That's such a weird thing. I feel like that's almost like so scripted into the life cycle of a system now. Instead of it being a thing that they need to do,
Yeah,
it's just like, okay, in 5 years, we're going to just make it because that's what we do now. But
I
like, when you describe the form factor, it's like, why are you doing this?
I think they found a way to make it cheaper, and that's why they went with this one.
But like,
Without really saying it out loud. Like
I
I
guess
think
so.
it
But
cost them because they somehow some way they have enough for the of these, but they still didn't have enough for the bigger ones.
it's so weird.
Yeah,
What are they doing, man? I'm glad. I'm not saying I'm glad I'm not invest. I'm glad I'm not investing in it. I'll
yeah,
put it that way. From the outside looking in, it just looks weird.
yeah,
It doesn't even look like they're trying to grab money. It just looks like, why are you doing
yeah,
that? When you could just wait. Because I assume, right, as with almost everything that, because we just talked about it, they did it the last generation to death. But I'm just, it's not even an assumption. It's just I expect a pro version.
yeah. And I have a feeling that's gonna happen. I think it's more sooner than later too.
And I'm like, why put out the slim when the pro should just take the form factor of the slim
Money.
and probably will. Just weird. You know what I mean?
They like money. That's
But,
my only
but I will ask this to you, Merc, because you own one. Seeing all you have seen of the new slim, has anything persuaded you to think of buying it?
no.
So that's my question, because as a person who plays the games a lot, uses the system a lot, you have like intimate knowledge of, hey, this is a problem, that's a problem, and if you don't have problems, I'm assuming, again, I won't say assuming, there's no reason, right?
There wasn't a really reason. I think what happened was they try to make it seem like it was just, oh, this is a new thing like that. And I have a feeling what it is that they found a way to sell to to make it cheaper and sell it for the same price.
So do you think it's more gonna be them replacing it wholesale, or do you think this is gonna sit on the shelves next to it?
No, they replacing they replacing the slim ones as the main console. So the
Okay,
bigger ones are not going to be selling
no
anymore
more,
unless
no more,
they trying to get rid of stock. Other than
no
that,
more.
it's going to be those.
Okay. All right. If that's how it's gonna go down, replacing it wholesale, I think that's good. That's fine. That's not really an issue.
Yeah. The only thing is like again like I like I said um it's like is it a big deal for me? Not really because I've read the specs and shit like that. Is nothing different besides the scale.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
There's
Okay.
nothing different besides the scale.
Hmm.
Um
What would it? So we're here now, right? Knowing that that exists, right? What would it take for you to even think about getting a pro?
So
Because the loading is not definitely not the thing.
no,
You know
so
what I'm
that's the big thing is the loading. I guess it would be probably the HD, the HDR, and I think how big that is, and also how it runs with the system. I think right now the big difference between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro is the fact that the technology of 4K TV got really embraced within that time period that that Pro was made for that 4K TV.
But I will stop you right there before you continue,
Yeah,
and I will remind you that the PS4 is a bad system,
yeah, 100%. I don't agree.
hardware
Yeah,
hardware wise.
yeah,
So the need for a person who has one to go to the pro is technically a higher, I would say a higher ratio, a higher number, just because yeah, your PS4, your base PS4 at the point that the pros came out was probably sounding like a jet engine, was probably doing the overheat,
yeah.
and therefore, like I said, being a bad system. So that I can see. PS5s, as far as we know, they don't have issues like that at all.
They have some sound issues. I haven't received it and things like that. I know they had ones that kind of burnt out and things like that. But that's if you don't maintain it or dust it out or anything like that. Some people just don't do shit and then it gets fried
But
up.
but I will only say nowhere near to the level of that how common the other stuff, the other
Yeah,
issues for PS4
yeah,
were. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So like even what you described, is that like your I'm in?
No, again, like I had the original PS4 and I did not like the original PS4, and I think the Pro was just a better upgrade of that system. Because again, I had the same issues, and I had the slimmer one. I didn't even have the original PS4. I had
Mm,
the smaller
mm,
one, the smaller scale
yes.
one. And
Yeah.
even that one, like honestly, I felt like the Pro was just a smoother game. And then also they had the Spider-Man one, and I got the Spider-Man one. But that's the that was the selling point of it because it was the
Mhm, mhm.
Spider-Man collector's edition. But it's
Yeah.
also I thought it just ran a lot smoother than my original one. I hated the original one, and I
Yeah.
think that's the reason why I didn't like touch it like the way I did. And then when I got the Pro, I was gaming on it a lot more.
And I've to be honest, even though I kept mine for such a long time, it just started being such a not good piece of hardware that that was what drove me out of consoles in general.
That makes sense.
Like I saw it acting up, and then I saw them try to sell me another one, and it was like I'm tired of that because I'm tired of you not looking at the problems
Yeah,
before you sell the first one because that second one had drastically improved loading speeds, and it's like you didn't have to release the first one the way it was.
yeah.
Second one didn't have the jet engine sound. That's at least not to my knowledge. And I'm like, when you stress test consoles, you mean to tell me that you never heard that? I call bullshit
Yeah,
because there's a process when they make them that they put them through a lot.
yeah.
So they had to know at some point your system was going to start burning out.
No,
Like,
I agree.
and then when I seriously think about like over the years, Sony consoles, they might have ended up in a place where people say, I love them, I love them. I think about them. I think I've had to replace everyone at least once.
Um,
I had to replace a PS2 because it burned out. It just couldn't take it. It would stop playing games. Um, the PS3, Yellow Light of Death.
I
That was
never owned.
the only thing.
I sold my PS3. I didn't even like the PS3.
But I'm just saying, like, talking about build quality,
Yeah,
the original big fat, fat model, Yellow
yeah.
Light of Death. So I had to replace it at least once. So I'm like, PS4, became a jet engine and it started to turn itself off. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? They when you sit down and think about it, they really did have like a shelf life on those things.
Yeah,
Whereas we know the joke about 360 was, oh yeah, red ring. But let me tell you something, I've never replaced my Xbox. My original.
No, I didn't. It was the 360 I had to get replaced.
And I've honestly, I'm just being honest. Even though they're getting their asses kicked in the console scene, I haven't heard of people replacing Xbox Ones like that. Like
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just a build quality thing. I think that they maybe until now they haven't gotten it right. I feel.
it's a big chance that is true because again, like I love my PS5. I play it all the time. I use it all the time. It's something that I constantly use more than anything because I have the Xbox Series X and I barely touch it. I play the PlayStation more. But if they would like, oh, the Pro's coming out next year, I won't get it. Just the fact that there's not enough time for them to build anything on like that. So it made sense also for the PS4 Pro because PS4 Pro was like going towards the ending of the cycle. It was like maybe 2 years prior to cycle,
I think it was a little sooner than
like
that.
2 or 3 years. I think it was 3 years before PS5 was announced. At least 2 years. I think it was 2 years
Mm.
before PS5 was announced. Because
Well,
2018
not
was
before it was
2018 was
announced, but not before the end. Not before it
2018
died
was
though.
Spider-Man, right?
18 was Spider Man.
Yeah,
I think
2018 was
so.
Spider-Man. That's when the Pro came out. It came out the earlier November of the year before that,
So it came out 17.
2017, and we
Okay.
got
Okay.
the yeah about 3 years.
Because 3 years is 2020, and
Yeah,
that's when PS5 came out. Yeah.
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 So it made sense again
Bad
because
timing. I
like
call that's a little too long into the life cycle.
yeah,
I'm thinking about it now. And I'm just thinking about it in comparison to how bad it was.
yeah,
Not like, oh, how long should you wait? When I think about the experience after maybe about 4 years, yeah, it
and
was
then you
time
also
to
had
go.
like the Slim before that.
Yes. But even that I didn't bother, but I was thinking about that just like recently and it was like, yeah, PS4, it was time to go like 5 years in. That the hardware, it
Yeah,
was time to go.
yeah,
Like besides the 360, I think that lasted the shortest out of every console I had.
yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's
So
interesting, but you also got to see again. It's also a money scheme and what they want and things like that. But um, like again, it won't make sense for a pro like next year. The system is still kind of new. I think it will be like 4 years older at the time, and
no,
like
no, this year, next year. If you go next year, that'll be five. I
yeah,
say five is fine. Five is fine.
yeah,
Because remember, 2024 right now. So yeah, five is fine. Five is fine.
yeah,
It's just that even you, a dedicated owner, is like, I don't see the reason yet.
yeah,
So I'm wondering what could they actually do? Because that's the one thing they haven't talked about, what they want to do with the Pro.
yeah. Because the thing about the pro was it was to be more accessible to 4K, go run HD, HDR, and all that stuff. And that was like the big selling point of the Pro is to adapt to have the best gaming experience for the TV sources of what they have. The only thing is now nothing is gonna play in 8K whatsoever. No games are being made in 8K because they still don't are not that high in that technology. So right now, a Pro will just you're just selling another console that just want more
Maybe
money off of.
you just gave me the idea though, Mark. Maybe that'll be the I don't want to sound like take it to wrestling. Maybe that'll be the catalyst.
Yeah,
When he's got Vince in the office, it'll be the catalyst. No, but maybe that might be the change, right? If you
yeah,
make the PS5 Pro compatible with 8K, then that'll be the thing that makes people start buying 8K TVs,
yeah,
or make companies start pushing them out more. Sony obviously they make TVs, they make a bundle with the 8K TV and the PS5 Pro. I mean, that's gonna sell.
yeah. It will
So
sell, and the thing is, but then you also got to look at like again, the it all becomes on the market. Like at the time, 4K TVs were extremely affordable when they did the Pro.
how are they now?
they still run like I think the now they do like the HDR. They're a little bit faster, a bit more technology wise, like that. So it runs smooth. But
No, no, the TVs. How's the
it does.
8K?
It's not selling like crazy because no, not so. The big thing when you have technology like that, you have to have movies using that technology. Nothing's
Yeah.
using that technology because it's too expensive to fucking use that technology. So
Mm,
to go that high into shit, it's not gonna work
yeah,
because you
yeah.
have to wait to the world adapts to that. And right now, it's not there.
So let me ask you this. Rephrase what I said in the question. Do you think the PS5 Pro 8K edition would have the power to move the needle?
I think not yet. I don't think yet. Like
Okay.
there's not that game yet
No,
that's
I'm
gonna
saying next
really
year, because we don't know what's coming out next year,
yeah.
right? So say next year, Sony announces first party 8K PS5 Pro next year. Do you think they have the power? Give it a year's time, or you think it's still too soon?
I think it's still too soon. Just the fact that
Okay, gotcha.
you remember that every game will have to adjust to that style. So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
so
yeah.
when you make your next first party, it has to adapt to the 8K and the regular system. So you're just gonna spend more money just adapting to both systems because you're not gonna just alienate one side. You have to make it for both.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem is that you're still making PS4 games and you haven't adapted fully to the PS5 because you still have PS4 games coming out. So like until you see the full adjustment to just straight PS5 and next gen, that's when you could start really reeling in the graphics and everything like that, and the company could really like pull like the full needle into the PS5. But until then, you still are making last gen games. Like look at, for example, we just got announced WWE 2K24. It's still getting a PS4 version. So that means the
But
game
this is
hasn't is not
that,
gonna get that scale that just next gen console.
but see, this is the technology has pushed past that where you don't have to worry about the high end version anymore being held back because usually they're like two different versions of the same title.
See, I used to
'Cause
believe that
there's a thing.
until I used to believe that until until when they had two creators doing it. They don't.
No, no. What I'm saying is, well, see, I don't know how they work. I'll put it this way. I can't speak for them,
Yeah.
but there are games like Street Fighter. They're not the same.
Okay.
The Street Fighter for PS4, it exists. It's
Yeah.
not
No.
the same as Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
I mean, Street Fighter 6 on PS5. It's not the
Okay.
same like type of power. And people have sat there and looked at it, and you can see they took things out.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. That mentality of how it used to be, that's not it's not as widespread because these are PCs now.
Yeah. That's true.
They're small PCs. So they're not held back by the generation like they used to be because they were strictly console. They were strictly this small independent little thing.
Yeah.
But now that's literally the PS5 is literally a little PC without an operating system, basically. It's sitting
Yeah.
in your living room. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that is no longer the most damning thing when you think about them having two SKUs.
Yeah.
It's just I wonder, does Sony have the power to push the needle? That's my only like real like I wonder.
It depends on I guess to which game is gonna push that needle.
What is their number one franchise that is not Spider-Man?
God of War
Is it Last of Us
or
or
God
God
of
of War?
War. God of War.
So God of War 3. There you go.
Um.
God of War 3 AK.
Yeah. There you go.
And that won't be anytime soon.
No.
That'll be what, 2 years from now? God of War 3 AK in
Yeah.
2026?
I guess GTA 6.
Oh yeah, because that's 2 years away also, right?
Yeah.
There you go. GTA 6 AK version.
Yeah.
And they're the company that's gaudy enough to do it. They
Yeah.
have the money.
Because you have them, and then against you still have the announce. They did announce
Yeah,
they have
I'm just
Spider-Man
thinking of
3 in the books, and then some
it.
side stuff as well. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is being worked on as well.
I
That
just
game
thought
is
about.
fucking beautiful on PS4.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
So even the PS5 version, it was just like breathtaking, but the PS4 version, the on the Pro, was breathtaking as hell. So I think is like again the big thing also is going to be speed. It's going to be speed and how fast the games
Hello.
download to the system too,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
because I think that's where the PS5 is different from the PS4. Is when I put a game in the console, I'm only waiting like 10 minutes
Exactly.
compared to 2 hours in a day.
Knows how long? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
There's a there's a small chance you might not make it
yeah,
to the end of that installation.
exactly.
Yes. Yes. I
So
got you.
like it
I got
depends on again it depends. I don't think the pro should be right away. I think they should
you.
wait
But
at least to 2025.
yes. No. No. No.
That's
No.
where they should
No.
look at it too.
Wait till you just said it, and I thought about it intensely for a hot second, and I
Yeah.
realized that is the franchise that could push the needle if they were to go. There's an AK version, and that's GTA.
But
Yeah,
knowing
you're right.
GTA too, they will have they will have the regular console version and do a pre and then like yo, it's $20 more for this version.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they do that shit again because
If
they did it like six
that,
times to GTA
yeah,
5.
yeah, yeah. That's the okay, okay. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to wait for that. You're right. You're right. That's it.
Because they're not strangers to money. They want
That
their
is
money.
literally the number one franchise like in the world. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You.
And Mario Kart, I guess, because Mario Kart sells as
But
much
they
as
ain't
anything.
not going there.
I think that's gonna be a
Nintendo's not going there.
to say for Nintendo if they do a Switch 2 and when they announce it. I think Mario Kart and Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be like the the release days of
I
the
would,
Switch
I
2.
would, I would say, okay, I could see Nintendo going to 4K, but not 8K. That's
No, it's
not
not
a
gonna go
viable.
8K. It's going 4K. It's always
I,
one generation back. It's always one back.
I can see
Nintendo
that.
ain't going that advanced.
Yeah, no, 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 but I can see that 100%. It's a shame only because they have the capital to do so.
No, they do, but they're smart with
If
their
they
capital too.
wanted to push the envelope, they could, but I think they've been burned by every time they try to push the second time because it's
Yeah,
always the one they innovate that hits,
yeah.
and then they try to push it just a little bit more, and they fall off a cliff. It's like they hit it with the Game Boy. They tried to go Virtual Boy, fell off a cliff. They did it with the what was it, the Wii?
Yeah.
Tried to do Wii U. You tell me they didn't fall off a cliff. Yes, they
Man,
did.
Wii U could have been
So
so
Switch
good.
hits. We could be in for
A boo boo.
and the falling off.
Yeah,
Hold on to your hats for this one.
yeah. You know what? I believe in what Nintendo has though. That's the
I'm
one
just
thing. Cause
interested.
even with the Switch limited like graphics and whatnot, they still innovating shit. So like I can't even they hate, like all the
Not
games are that
mad.
bad. Cause look at
I'm not.
Zelda.
No, but here's the thing, Mark.
Yeah.
I own it. I've played it. I like it a lot. But you know what would make it better? If the Switch had a better screen.
Yeah.
If the Switch had a better screen. That's
Yeah.
that's it.
And I heard the next one is not even going OLED. As in they had the newer OLED screens, and I heard the next one is not going OLED.
Is it going proprietary? Like, are they doing their own thing?
They might, you know what? Knowing Nintendo, they might be doing their own thing with that.
Because that wouldn't surprise me if there was like Nintendo's literally doing their own like
Yeah.
whatever for the next thing. You
But
know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, if I get another Mario Kart 8 and your launch title, I will fight you, Nintendo. I will fight you. I will find you and fight you. We
And
need a
he'll
Mario
send a
Kart 9.
check. They'll
Mario
send a
Kart 9
shell
or
to your
Double Dash
mailbox.
2. Those are your choices.
No, 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 no. Make it nine. Make it nine. Because I don't want them to revisit. I want them to innovate again.
I would like to see Double Dash like implement again, like the teams and
Okay,
shit.
can we go this way? What if they put the double dash type of vehicles in the next Mario Kart, in
I'd be fine.
addition to the Mario Kart
I'd be
8
fine with that.
transforming vehicles and stuff?
I'd be fine with that. And Sonic has to just run.
Just run. Is
Yeah,
he's
he
not in
gets no
any of
card.
them?
He
He's
gets
not
no
in
card.
any of them with the
He
same
almost
character?
was. He actually was almost in this in Mario Kart 8.
Damn, that
He was
sucks.
very close to being Mario Kart 8. Sega agreed to it and everything like that, and then they already picked their characters from Nintendo. They didn't want no other. ones outside of Nintendo.
Damn.
But you got Diddy Kong, you got Kona Khan, and those are
But
the two
didn't you
they
get
added.
like Lexus Link?
You got Link, yeah,
No, remember the cars?
yeah. You had the
Yeah, like
Mercedes Benz.
yeah, Mercedes, not Lexus.
Yeah,
Mercedes
Mercedes
with
Benz. Yeah, they had like three Mercedes Benz cars. Yeah, yeah.
it.
Because the DLC for the Mario Kart, the additional character stuff, it's all done, and they implemented the girl from the phone game on there too.
Okay, okay, got it.
Rosalina, yeah, she's in there now.
Well, she's from whatchamacallit? Isn't she from
Not Rosalina, the one that was in the New Donk City, Paulette,
Oh,
Pauline.
Pauline. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'll give her props. She's the girl from Donkey Kong.
Yeah, 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 she's in
No
it. She's
problem.
in it now. But she was in the phone game.
Is Mario Kart like 8 for phones,
They have
or is it
I
like
forgot the
Mario
name of
Kart?
it, but it's a Mario Kart for the phone that's very extremely popular.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, Mario Kart 9, please, or I'll fight you.
Yeah, finally, finally.
I swear to God, if it's 8 plus Max Super Edition, I will fight you. We do not need Mario Kart 8 again.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I love the game to death. I love it. We don't need that game again.
All right, here. Okay, hear me out. We had Diddy Kong Racing. We had Sonic and All Stars teamed up racing. What if it's a new franchise, a new
I'll
car?
be fast like say for instance it becomes like Smash Brothers Racing or something like that. I'll
Okay,
be
yeah,
fine
yeah,
with that.
that's gonna sell.
I
Jesus
will
Christ,
100%
you
be
have to
fine
say
with
that.
that. 100% be fine with
Why
that.
you printing money like that? Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll be 100% be fine with that. That's the way. That's the next game should be. It should be a Smash Brothers version of Mario Kart.
Yeah, I agree
Have
with.
every fucking body in there. Have Ryu on a cart. Have
I
fucking Zangief
mean,
on a cart.
have Kazuya in a car? Okay,
Have
okay.
Kazuya. Yo, talk to like the dragon people. Let's get Kiryu on a fucking cart.
No, let's get what?
They have
No,
Ichiban on one.
that's what I was about to say. Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
Ichiban
cause
had they
this
have a
he's
Mario Kart game in Like a Dragon.
yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah. So put Ichiban in.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
But you got
Yeah.
franchises galore. Put Witcher on a fucking cart. I don't care. It's on the Switch. You put them on there.
Do what your
Put
card.
everyone on a cart. Put Bayonetta. Put fucking
Makes
Claire
sense.
Redfield and
He rides the motorcycle from like the old Sega game anyway. So why not?
there you go. And you also have the fucking you have motorcycles in the game. So there you go. Put every motorcycle on.
With them, yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
Why
Smash
not?
Brothers, Smash Brother Mario Kart, Smash Brother Kart. There you go.
And Samus just rolls. There
I'll
you
take
go.
10% of that game. Because I know you gotta pay for the copyright of all your other people. So 10%.
That's it. Just do it. Why not?
Fuck that, man. Like
Um,
that's the 100%. That's where Mario Kart should go.
I see that. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Have a double
I'm down with
contract for
that on.
Smash Brothers and for Mario Kart, and then you could
I'm
add
down
both
with
of
that
them.
on day one.
There you go.
Day one. Finger in the air. There you
You
go.
could do all those Fire Emblem people too. I don't know their names, but
I
I
mean,
know you
yeah.
have a
You know
ton
they're
of them in
gonna.
there.
You know they're gonna.
They gonna
You
have
know they're
every
gonna.
single
They
one of them.
have to be.
I'm like 10 of them, 10 slots for the whole
Yeah.
dome.
That's a damn. That's a damn good idea. All
Yep.
right.
I want to see Samus on a cart. She's tall too, so
I
you're
would
gonna
rather
see her
see her as a
legs.
ball. I'd rather see her as the ball rolling
Racing.
around the
Well,
track.
yeah, it'll be the
And then
ball.
she could
Sonic
race.
just
She could race
runs.
Sonic. Yeah, he just runs.
They're gonna have him
Those
a cart.
cars behind him.
Yeah, but it'll be cool.
I mean, he has his car.
Yeah,
He
he
has
does.
his All Star Racing car. You could just drive that. But see, a part of me always wants there to be some stupidity like Ryo Hazuki driving the forklift. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A part of me always wants something like that, something goofy like that.
yeah, you could do that. You can have like
I have to get that. I have to find that. I know it's for PC. I have to find that.
what the
The first All Star Racing, not the
yeah, the
second one.
first one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's in it.
Just because he's in it with the forklift, I
Yeah,
have to get that.
I remember that. I was mad they never put the Streets of Rage characters in it.
Yeah, why not? In the cop car, they have a vehicle.
Yeah,
They literally have.
yeah. I was pissed they never made it to the game. I was like, damn it, those are the people I want to see.
Nothing figure wise popped out, right? Oh, No, 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 no. I have something figure wise that I'm looking at is actually very cool. Super Seven just announced the young Lionel,
Nice.
and also like they're at like wave 9 or something.
Yes.
Like Thundercats is killing it. Also the comics. Also, yeah, yeah, that was another thing that happened in the middle of the week. That they reached over 170,000 pre-orders because of the Rob Liefeld cover. Boosted the
Nice.
sale, boosted the pre-order like 70. No,
He,
no, like 40,000 extra.
did he do the hands right?
No, it's the feet. There's no feet in the picture.
There's no Pete in the
No,
picture.
no, I'm not even joking, Mark. Look at the picture of his cover. It's all faces.
Nice. Good.
And yes, he still draws the characters. They do look like wildcats. They just do. They just do. I've seen that girl face a million times, and Chitara looks like a wildcat. Just gotta
There
put
you
that.
go. One thing I saw in comic news, Jason Aaron's taking over creative control of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle IDW comic.
Okay.
I'm very excited for that because Jason Aaron's probably been one of the top Marvel writers for quite some time. He actually got me to like Thor. He's the one that created the God Butcher, Gora the God Butcher, and all that shit. He's the one that wrote those books. He's the one that did the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. He's the one that created that, and he did a lot of the big Marvel big storylines throughout the time. He's been there for quite some time. So him going on and doing a very great Ninja Turtle comic book as it is, and just adding more to it. I think they're doing a whole full reboot starting July, and that'll be his first issue. And it's gonna continue off of what they did, but it's gonna go a new direction with a new everything. But the same for Turtles, so definitely look forward to that because the storyline went really weird and really crazy, and it's still going pretty strong right now. So definitely check it out.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, I guess that's about it, right?
Yeah.
That's about it. Get Ichiban with the fisheye lens.
Yep. Yep.
It's pretty funny. Um, okay, so we can get to the movie.
Yep. Yep.
And this week's movie is X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yes. Yes.
It is from 2014, PG-13, 2 hours and 12 minutes. How did you think the movie fared? Was it too long? Was it just right?
I thought it was. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I say about the same. Say about the same. The premiere, let's see,
May 23rd.
May 23rd. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Did you see this one in theaters?
I did.
I did as well.
I did see this in theaters.
I
I think
was
it was
not
Jinky. I
disappointed.
think Jinkies. I saw it with Jinkies
Okay, okay.
and Jackie.
Gotcha. Um, this one is directed by Redacted. Because this guy is pretty much confirmed as a piece of boo boo.
Yes.
That is Brian Singer.
Yes.
So we will not delve into this man.
And
Um,
he directs the next two as well. So
oh boy, and the next two ain't great, if I remember. Because the next one is what, the one with Apocalypse,
yes.
which could have been so
I
good.
no. I think he just directed that one. After that, he didn't. The Dark Phoenix one he didn't do.
And then, did you see Dark Phoenix?
No, but I
Because
heard
I refused.
such bad things about it. But we're eventually
I
watching it.
refused. I refused.
Same here. It didn't look. It wasn't intriguing to me either. So
It's just a lot of the cast is just not people I want us to see as X Men.
yeah.
I wasn't interested in them. They could go do other things. Writing credits we have Simon Kingberg, Joy, Jane Goldman, Matthew Vaughn, and then credits is Jack Kirby Stanley. Uh, Cast Hugh Jackman as Logan slash Wolverine, James McAvoy as Charles Xavier, Michael Fassbender as Eric Linser, Jennifer Lawrence as Raven slash Mystique, Holly Burr as Storm, Nicholas Holt as Hank slash Beast, Anna Paquin as Rogue, Elliot Page as Kitty Pryde, Peter Dinklage as Dr. Bolivar Trask. I think that was the best casting in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Um, Sean Ashmore as Bobby slash Iceman, Omar Sy as Bishop. He looked just like Bishop. Good Bishop. Good Bishop. Evan Peters as Peter Quicksilver. Also good Quicksilver.
Yes.
Probably the best scene in the movie. Josh Hellman as Major Bill Stryker, not William Stryker. Bill. Uh, Dan- Daniel Cudmore as Colossus. Bing Bing Fan as Blink. I think I remember her from something else too.
I think she was in
Um,
Sin City.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
No.
She's not Devon Aoki though. That's not who that is.
No, I
Um,
know. I don't know anything she's in.
because I know um
Sky Hunters. Oh, she was in Iron Man 3.
was she a character that we knew?
I think she was just one of the people that got burned up with the power and shit.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. No, no.
Other
I'd
than
have
that,
to look. I have to because there's some other stuff.
she's in a lot of Korean
Um,
movies and like Hong Kong movies and shit.
yeah, Hong Kong
Kung Fu
films.
Hip Hop.
I think I saw that. It's not great, but I think I saw that.
Yeah,
Um,
she's in Kung Fu Hip Hop.
who else we got? We got Aiden Kanto as Sunspot, Boo Boo Stewart as
Sunspot's
Warpath.
supposed
That's
to
his
be
name.
Japanese.
Boo Boo, my man, Boo Boo.
Sunshot, Sunshot's supposed to be Japanese.
Japanese, but what? They had a Spanish guy playing. I
Yeah,
mean, could you really tell? Come
I can.
on, yeah, anybody could. Um, we got Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Yes.
We have Patrick Stewart as Professor X. We have Famke Janssen as Jean Grey. James Marsden, Scott Summers, Lucas Till as Havoc. I thought Havoc was better in this movie
Yeah.
because he got to shoot out of his hands and not do the hula.
Yes.
Terrible. Uh, Evan John Kite as Toad. Mark Camacho, President Nixon. Um, I think that's about it for important characters.
And we
You got
always pick a
anybody in
random
this?
guy.
Pentagon Cook,
There you
Al
go.
Gatehouse.
There you
Yes,
go.
sir. He was the cook. They have. I'm trying to see. Oh, Brian. Yeah, there he goes. Your Tekken history of Tekken announcer, William Stryker, aka Brian Cox,
Yeah.
which is also something we didn't bring up that happened. That
Yeah.
Tekken Namco Bandai got Brian Cox to narrate the history of Tekken.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
That's pretty funny.
That's kind of it's kind of banana, and it's done seriously and it's done well. But it's
Yeah.
just like, bruh, what?
I think he was reading the script and he was like, "The fuck is going on? What's wrong with this family?"
What? Well, I wouldn't say that. He's been in a lot of weird stuff,
Yeah.
namely the X-Men movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, that's the thing. There's the other people that's not credited. Kelsey Grammer was Beast. Like there's little cameos.
Yeah.
Let's see who else was. No Gambit makes me sad. Anyway, we'll get to the movie. So this is basically Fox's spin on the Days of Future Past storyline.
Yeah.
Let's see what they have for it. The synopsis it says the X-Men send Wolverine to the past in a desperate effort to change history and prevent an event that results in doom for both humans and mutants. Um, I mean that's pretty much accurate to what happens.
Yeah.
Now, the events that take place are different, obviously, because they got to change things. I don't know if Days of Future Past you had to change up some of the stuff. We already talked about this before, but how they had to make Jennifer Lawrence the main character, the main. She's not the main character. Hugh Jackman is, but she's like the main focal point
Yeah.
because of her. A lot of things happen, and that's how they felt they needed to change it up. I don't think they needed to, man. Could have just left it at the way it was. And I say that because it's almost accurate, comic accurate. It's
Yeah.
almost there. Like the assassination of what was it, the president
Yeah.
by like who was it? Was it Mystique that assassinated them, or was it like a sentinel or something?
It was a sentinel.
The shape shifting sentinel or
Yeah.
something. Again, they have the pieces in the movie,
Yeah.
but they didn't do it in the story. Um, I just don't know why. So instead of it being that way, they have it that her actions cause her to get captured, and she is used as the basis for like the powers of the Sentinels.
Yeah.
So in this one, they have Sentinels that they can change shape and they can adapt to your any mutant power,
Yeah.
which is like
Weren't they
that's
called like
they
Nimrod back in
yeah
like
yeah.
in the future
And
was?
see in the old comics, that's
Yeah.
that's what they're basically basing the model off of, the Nimrod
Yeah.
model. I
I hated the way they looked.
I mean I Nimrod looks dumb too.
Yeah, yeah, he does look dumb. Like
He looks like
I
he
hated the way the
looks like a
Sentinels looked.
'70s robot. That's
Yeah.
a 70-ass '70s robot.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them because when you get the explanation for why they look the way they do, it makes sense.
Yeah. I wasn't crazy
Like
about
they're literally based off Mystiques. They look like flying Mystique's children.
it. Yeah.
Okay, and they have the scales. Like okay, I'll buy it. Um, and they do look menacing. I will put it that way. They don't look friendly. They don't look goofy. They are just ugly and menacing. So
Yeah.
I'll take that. Um, but that's the assassination part. Then we have the reason for it when they go into it. Now that's the difference. Because that part I don't really know about. Now, do you have like knowledge of like the original storyline?
Uh.
Because this one I can't really say I have. It was before my time. One, but two, the Fox Kids cartoon one is kind of stuck in my head also.
It's more similar to the Fox one, and it's more similar to the cartoon than it is the movie. And the difference of the characters is Kitty Pride, as in the cartoon it was Jubilee being the one that they capture, like that is one that finds Wolverine and shit, and it's Kitty Pride that's the opposite character.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the comic book it was Kitty Pride, and the cartoon was Jubilee, because Jubilee was using the same role as Kitty Pride in that cartoon.
yes, because they didn't introduce her in the cartoon like to that level. I think she was like in one episode, if that.
As Shadowcat too. She wasn't even as Kitty Pride.
I mean, that's her name.
Yeah, yeah, she was
It's the
but she was
same
part of
difference.
like the Excalibur team and shit.
Yeah, that's true. Again, there was like one episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like Deadpool was like a glimpse.
Deadpool was a glimpse. Like there was a lot of major characters that were just like, hey, hi.
Hey, we here.
Like X
Yeah,
Factor
yeah,
was like a two-parter. I think that was it.
yeah.
Never came back. Cyclops' brother just never showed up again.
Yep.
It's like what? There's a lot of weird things with that. There's a lot of weird things with this. Like why they chose this. The team is completely different. They added in characters that didn't exist at the time of the storyline. Blink did not exist back then.
Yeah. She's a newer character.
So she was like a 2000s ish character. I
Yeah.
want to say
Exiles.
she was one of my favorite. Like when she came out, I liked her design a lot.
Yeah, she
But
was
it
cool.
didn't look like the movie. She looked more like a Robin Hoodish type of character
Yeah.
when she came out.
Yeah.
This one, she looks like you know the deal. Typical black leather.
Yeah.
The only
Matrix.
the only distinguishing thing was her hair color and the marks on her face. That's it.
Yes.
She didn't even have like the correct skin tone, so
Yeah.
they didn't want to go that far.
I want to go all mutant, yo. I want different colors.
Different, yeah. Go all in. Come on. Um, you had what was it? Was it Warpath or was it? I don't remember. Was it War? It was Warpath, right?
Your Warpath.
It was. So that's the brother. That's not.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the Thunder. Is it Thunderblade?
Thunder. Yeah, it's Warpath.
Thunder Hawk was because no, that's T Hawk. I forget the original guy's name
Warpath and
because Warpath is
Thunder.
Warcraft's the brother. The other
Yeah.
one's the one that died in the original team. I just don't remember his name.
X-Men, Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. Yes. So he was not Thunderbird.
No, he was Warpath. Yeah.
They have him with Bishop. Technically, Bishop wasn't on the team in the storyline. I mean, in the storyline, Bishop wasn't around,
Yeah.
the original. But then even in the Fox one, Bishop was never like on the team officially. So like they picked in the shows here
He was in the
they
future
wanted
X-Men.
to. Yeah, he was exactly it was a completely different team.
Yes.
Um, so there's an amalgamation of stuff. Did they do a better job? I would say this is better than the last few movies. Like
Yeah,
I
it was
like
one
this
of the
better
better
than
movies. Yeah.
I like this. I like this more than the Wolverine. I'll be honest with that. I like this more than the Wolverine.
I liked it more than Wolverine. I did like it more than three. I did like it more than
Definitely,
one.
definitely more than three. Not more than two. Two still
Two was
like
the better
up
one, the best one. I'll say this
yes,
is
yeah.
number two.
This is yeah. I can agree with that.
I liked it better than the first class.
Um. Oh God, I let's not get me started on that. I s- to me that I'll just put this out there, and that's kind of my bias against a lot of this stuff. This was literally the clash of the X Men I like and the X Men I don't,
Yeah.
because they're both in here
Yeah.
in some in some way, shape, or form. They're both in here. Um, but I think like the story overall is good. The action scenes I thought were actually good. The CG at this point was fine. It's not anything. I don't think it was the absolute best, but it was fine. It was
Yeah.
fine. The only character I didn't like how he looked, Iceman. Like I
Yeah.
still don't think they
It's
got Iceman looking as good
boring
as Iceman
character.
could have looked by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just dies in the future
He sh-
constantly, and then they bring him back, and when they go back in time, he's kind of a nothing character
yeah.
still. It's like it's so that's the thing I always wish that they would delve into
Yeah.
because it had already existed at the time was the story of the Omega mutants or
Yeah.
the mutants that could go further than they did, and it's like they never actually delved into that into any of the movies. I don't think, right?
Not at all.
There's
I
no such
think
thing
the
as an
closest
Omega
thing is
mutant.
probably Dark Phoenix when she goes Dark Phoenix, and that's the like, Omega
That's it.
levels. But they never like mentioned that phrase of Omega mutant.
Yeah, no, never, never. So
They kind of went
yeah,
more. That's more of a newer term too. It's not even an old
no,
term. Yeah.
I would say for the time,
Yeah.
2014, they existed.
Yeah, yeah. They started kind of going into that because the Beast, I think, was one of the first to evolve with his powers during that time
Yes, yes,
because he fully went fucking
you had the
lion.
hooves and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes, yes. And then
And
I think what was it? That was around the time Gambit turned into the Horseman.
yeah, and then Bobby Drake was considered an Omega mutant.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
she was one of the
Omega. He
first.
was
Yeah,
was
yeah.
he the first one?
He was the first
Because
one.
wasn't
Yeah,
his the first one when Ice Queen, White Queen messed with him, and then
yeah.
he turned into that stalactite man? Yes.
Yes,
So his was like before that. It was like post Age of Apocalypse, and they
yes.
started doing that. Yes, yes, yes. It was a cool little time post Age of Apocalypse, and then they just kept bringing back more and more people. Like
Yeah,
now they're just there.
that was
Like
just
now Dark
so.
Beast is a character. It's
Yeah,
like, come on. Why he had to survive? He
yeah.
was evil. I don't like him. Anyway,
Killed everybody
uh,
but him.
by him and X Man, like the only two that they kept around for a long period of time.
Yeah,
He's still around, right? X Man.
yeah. No, he. I think that character died a long time ago.
Did he?
Yeah,
Uh,
or
that's
just
sad.
they haven't been used, or just one of the two.
Yeah, gotcha. But but I'll not delve too much more into it. But I will ask, how do you think the resolution of this movie was? Like, did you think they wrapped it up good? Do you think it was a good conclusion to the story? Because I thought at least they went big with the whole thing with the Sentinels, and then Magneto finally realizing the error of his ways instead of trying to like, oh, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah,
He's like, "Hey, you know what? All right. Let me not.
I
What did
I
you think?
I think it was a. I thought they did a good job in kind of telling their version of the Days of Future Past. I kind of see where the Sentinels go and how they did it. I think Peter Dinklage was actually great at it. Um, but they did a good job in telling the story. And also the other big thing of the Days of Future Past was the virus.
Oh
That was
yeah,
another
because
big thing.
Cable
Yeah.
was the thing that came out of that. You're
Yeah.
right.
It was the virus, and they again, and then that doesn't really show place into like that. And I remember that. You know what? It's funny because I listened to, so there's this audiobook on Spotify that I listened to that actually kind of redo it does the X-Men comics, but it kind of do it in a modern take. So it's like voice acted and shit like that, but it goes through all the
Hmm.
comic books. So I like listened to the Days of Future Past, and I remember the virus, and that was a big thing of the thing, and they never really talked about it
That would, yeah,
because
that is a major plot point.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
because
Right.
Apocalypse was a hand in making the virus to get rid of all
Yes.
the name. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But for the movie, what you rate this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Okay.
3.75. I would give it higher, but I think I liked it more when I first saw it. Now it's a good movie, but
So your 375s consist of Hellboy 2, Spider Man, Men in Black 3, Hancock, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, Wanted, Two Guns,
you could put
Defender.
it. You can stop. You could put it uh ab- above Wanted, right above Wanted,
Okay.
because I like Wanted, but I like me some X Men.
X Men, Days Past. Yeah, I'll send you the link of that radio show. Like it's actually pretty good if you never read the original comic books. It
Hmm.
actually tells you the story. It kind of goes verbatim from each issue, and it goes by storyline. So it's the
That's
first
good.
X
Yeah,
Men books, and then it goes into Giant Size X Men. Then it goes to the Phoenix Saga. It goes to Days of Future Past, and they actually do it in a whole like chunk of video like things. And it was actually quite good. They have an Avenger one out now. They do the original comics and stuff like that. But the X Men, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was actually quite good, especially for someone that never actually read the original thing. If you never read the original ones, it's a good way to actually get introduced to it.
okay.
So
Yeah, definitely might listen to that if I can get it and put it on my phone. Yeah.
yeah, I listen to it on my phone. Like I listen on Spotify on my phone.
Is
Uh,
it like on a Marvel channel or is it like something else
I'll
completely?
send you the link right now.
Okay.
The thing, is the audio drama X Men is up to season 4 right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
so the way the shows went, it kind of went through the original stuff. It went to Juggernaut, it went to like that. Then it did the Brotherhood. Then they did the reunion, which was Giant Size, no, which was with Alex alive and things like that. They did the Sentinel. They did Paralysis. They did Lockdown. They did the Battle of Survival. Then they did the second Genesis, which was the Giant Size X Men. They did Days of Future Past. They did the Phoenix Saga and shit like that. It's actually quite good, man.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
There's a lot to listen to too. It's like quite a few
Yeah. Yeah.
episodes and
I
stuff.
don't mind that at
They
all.
stopped during the writer strike because they couldn't do anything
Really
during the
up
writer
to
strike.
that recent.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy. All
yeah.
right.
It was actually quite good. Like I randomly looked for it. I remember like I was just looking for like books on, let's see if Spotify had like free books on things. So I was looking through X Men and stuff like that because I remember them actually having chapter books. And then I found that, and I listened to the first episode. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And it actually makes me look at the comic. I actually opened up the comic and just looked at the pages and shit while they were just like saying the story, and I was like, oh, that's actually really quite good.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and they just try to take a modern take to it, so they have more modernized things, like they have phones and things like that, like cell
Mm-hmm.
phones and shit. But other than that, they actually tell like the direct story. And there's an Avenger one that they produce as well.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. See, the Avengers. I could be honest. The Avengers is one series I have almost never read any Avengers books.
Yeah, I I'm
Just never
back and
interests
forth
me.
with
I like the
Avengers.
covers. Go ahead. Say that again.
No, I was always back and forth with Avengers. I like the newer stuff, but like there's some things I'm not crazy about Avengers. Like I've always liked Captain America, but I liked him by himself. I didn't care for him in the Avengers itself. The same thing like Wolverine. Wolverine, I'm not crazy about Wolverine by himself. I'd rather him with the X Men. But that's
Really?
just how my
Love me.
take on him. 'Cause I find him
I love
boring.
me a Wolverine story.
He,
I love me like a Japan Wolverine story or a war Wolverine
yeah.
story. Yeah.
But all he's doing is reading books and drinking beer, and then he'll do his business
He's
and leave it
always
at that.
killing people.
Yeah,
That's why I
exactly.
like him. He's always knee deep in intestines.
Yeah.
He's in the bowels, sir.
Oh, the one I really enjoyed was the God Love Man Kills story arc. They did, and it was really good.
Okay, okay.
That's probably
Gotcha.
one of my favorite X Men like storylines.
Gotcha.
That's
All
a
right.
really good one, and that led that Days of Future Past led into that
Nice.
because that's the William Stryker storyline and shit like that. That's what X Men Two was
Mm,
based on.
yes. Gotcha.
And then they had the Wolverine. They have a bunch of shit. So there's a lot of good stuff on here. Definitely check it out.
Also, just a shout out because we follow them. Why not? Um, this today is the no, well, 14 hours ago, but happy sixth anniversary to the Tokusatsu GIF
Yes.
Twitter account. Because personally, one of the best follows on the social media period.
Yes.
Because man, it just teaches you that you thought the shit that you saw was nuts. What about what you haven't seen?
Yes.
Like, Jesus.
I repost their shit all the time. I love that site.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
He
But
follows us
I
too.
like it just because it gives you it gives me stuff to watch sometimes. Like I'm like I've never seen this episode. I've never seen this show. Like because of them, I know what Cutie Honey is. Like
Yeah.
the actual live action. I've heard of it. I've never seen it before, and I see every time I see clips of her fighting those people,
Yeah.
it's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Honestly. So
I
shout out.
yeah. I what the fuck? Anyway. Yeah. Like I like the I completely I remember blanking what I was just saying right now. But yeah, I will follow those guys for a long time. They follow us both, and then I post their shit all the time.
Hmm.
And it actually gets me interested too, because I really want to get into Kamen Rider. I actually really want to watch it by my like. I think I'm just gonna do it on my own and just watch it little by little. Because again, shout outs to the Morphin Cast. We do the Sentai, and I actually found this. I have a site that I'm a customer on. I paid for like the year for like 40 for like $60 to have access to all this Kamen Rider, Sentai. It has fucking Spiderman and all that shit in there, and it's great quality and stuff like that. So again, making me go through them and stuff like that. As in the Morphicast, we're going to Samurai right now, which I'm actually looking forward to the Sentai Samurai than this one because the Samurai in America sucks. Um, but again, the Kamen Rider always catches my eye, and then I fucking watch Finding the movie with Takahashi. I had to watch it. I was like, yo, I gotta watch that one now.
Yeah, yeah. I have to watch those. I
It's a
have to
movie.
watch
That
them.
one was a
Oh my
movie.
god.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Because then more clips keep coming out, and I'm like, why does he look more badass in each clip? What the hell
Yeah,
happened?
yeah. It's a movie. It's a movie. They have it on that site.
Does
So
it?
I'll send you a
I
link to
don't
it.
want. I don't want spoilers. But is it? Does it disappoint, or is it?
Nah,
Is
it's pretty dope. And he even had he had his own suit and everything.
oh, but I haven't even seen the part
Yeah,
where he has a. Okay, okay, all
he has
right.
his own like power and shit.
Yeah, that's why I figure the way he was beating people up like
Yeah,
he he had a P90, son,
yeah.
and he was shooting. Oh my god,
But
Tanahashi,
it's good stuff, man.
truly the John Cena of Japan. Truly,
Yeah. 100%.
except I think his movies might be even better. Well,
Yeah.
not recent John Cena. We'll come some slack. 20 Cena is pretty good.
Yeah.
Peacemaker, come on,
Yeah.
give that man his props. Anyway, um, I think that's about it, right? We don't have
Yeah.
anything else, right?
Oh, I go. I didn't put my review of the movie. I'm
Okay,
gonna
go ahead.
go. I'll go 3.5 with
Hmm.
it. Again, I liked the original Days of Future Past. So there's things I wish there were more of it on here, but other than that, it was good. It was better than a lot of the other X-Men movies besides Part Two. So I'll give it that much credit. Um, here's the main thing, so I could get the next movie as well. So my list is gonna go right under. I'll go right under. Actually, I'll put over Wolverine. So I'll go. Yeah, it's right over Wolverine. So X Men days. And I also didn't care for the whole they trying to make me a fan of Mystique.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they tried real hard. Yeah.
They tried to make
I
her
was already a fan. I like Rebecca Ramon Stamos.
exactly.
Rebecca Romaine
We
with
want
no
her back.
Stamos. Yeah, I was already a fan.
All right. So our next movie on this comic book theater rundown is The Edge of Tomorrow.
Mm, Wait, the Tom Cruise movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie. I just know it's from an anime
Yes.
that is called like Live Die Repeat, I think it is,
Yes.
which is actually a cooler name.
Yes. No one knew
So,
what the hell that meant, and that's why they named it Edge of Tomorrow.
and then it turns out they should have named it the first time
Yep. Yep.
because it has more common to do with what was going on in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyway, and there's supposed to be a part two.
Yeah. So Edge of Tomorrow's next week. We have Guardians of the Galaxy after that. We have Ninja Turtles 2014 after that. Sin City 2 and Hercules wraps up to 2014, and in 2015 we have Age of Apocalypse, not Age of Apocalypse, Age of Ultron, Kingsman, Ant Man, Fantastic Four.
Okay, okay.
2015 is small.
For comic stuff. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I guess it's probably because it was before the big boom, but also this was probably in between each movie was being made, so it makes
yes,
sense.
and Age of
Yeah, it makes
Apocalypse was supposed to be like a big endpoint,
gotcha, gotcha.
and then Guardians kicked off the next part,
There you go. That's it. Yes,
which I
sir.
think is going to be the best one of 2020 of this year. The we're in now.
hmm I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
All right, you wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Recyclonic, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark the Mic. I'll be posting. I'll probably be going back on Twitch soon. I'll probably be doing like a Dragon Infinity Wealth, and I'll probably do some Tekken 8 gameplay so you can watch me get my ass kicked, or maybe win some of that. I don't know. Let's see how good I get. So I'll probably post that up very soon. Looking forward to Royal Rumble, so there's also probably some gameplay we would probably do for Royal Rumble. So definitely check that out. And shout outs to Popcorny Podcast, Toxic Wap, Tenacious T, uh, Straw Hat Tyler, and Sriracha Jeremy. They have a podcast called Popcorny that's on Spotify. Check them out. Peace out, laters, and always remember follow the Jinkies.
He's hard.